So welcome back to the BAIM Roundtable discussion. I'm here with Dwayne Paschall from NVIDIA. Dwayne, why don't you tell me a little bit about NVIDIA's Deep Learning Institute?
Sure. So the NVIDIA Deep Learning Institute is designed to teach advanced computational skills to data scientists, business analysts, who maybe aren't used to working with deep learning models and the computer architectures that go with them. And so we have a lot of different specific examples in different domains, because the idea isn't really just to teach the theory. The idea is really to learn how to solve problems. And so we have different content areas in financial services, in healthcare, in just numerical computing, or in, like our course today, in natural language processing.
Today in business, why are you seeing more companies use GPUs for their decision making and their model building?
Right. So over time, we're gathering more and more data. But what do you do with the data? You have to monetize it. You have to make it useful in some ways. And because of the volume and the complexity of the data, we really need more sophisticated models to really pull out the useful information from that data. And that requires more sophisticated models. And as the models get more sophisticated, it simply is more computationally expensive to compute. And so we need more advanced hardware to be able to compute these models and to gain insight on this data. A lot of it's unstructured data, a lot of it's data that needs a lot of preparation for modeling that goes into it. And there are limitations on the traditional hardware. We used to just sit at our desk and work with the computer that we had, maybe log into the mainframe. But those computing platforms were designed not necessarily for numerical recipes. And that's really where GPUs come in, is being a really excellent solution for solving complex models with lots of data.
How in the world did you get into natural language processing?
Yeah, it's kind of a funny question. So I worked for a long time in financial services and using sort of traditional technical indicators to create trading systems and things like that. And one of the things that we got into back in around 2004, we built our first sentiment-based model. So looking at tweets about different stock companies, could you use that to make better decisions about the direction that price is likely to change? And it was kind of an interesting outcome. For some companies, absolutely you could. Companies like Apple that are very consumer-oriented, people talk a lot about their products on Twitter and in news stories and things like that. For other companies, it was completely unuseful. So, I've never heard somebody that comes to work and fires off some angry tweets about the road construction and that big orange Caterpillar tractor. I'm never buying another Caterpillar bulldozer again, and their stock price plummets. It just doesn't happen. And so sometimes it's useful, sometimes it's not useful. And that was really my first experience with NLP.
Okay. Well, we're really happy that you were able to come here on campus and share what you know and what NVIDIA can do and how they're helping customers with our students. So we really appreciate it, and boiler up.